I'm Natalie. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a lovely day. So this channel is all about eating whole foods and plant-based. I'm vegan, I'm over here in the UK, and I've created this channel to really document my journey and help others, inspire others to eat whole food plant-based. Currently I'm following the Starch Solution lifestyle, and today it's definitely spring has sprung over in the UK. It's a lovely sunny day and I just fancy having some fresh fruit for breakfast. Now I normally pretty much always have a starch with my breakfast as well, whether that be potatoes or oatmeal, sometimes cereal, but very, very infrequently. But today I really just want some fresh fruit. Okay, I'm going to have some grapes and satsumas. I've got a few strawberries and I'm going to have this mango, which I hope it's okay. It's a little bit of a wrinkly guy. I've had that one in the fridge for a minute. How lovely does that look? It's actually quite a lot. I reckon I'll get through it. How nice and colourful and fresh, and I know it's going to be so tasty. So yeah, that's breakfast today. Took all of 2 minutes to make. Good. Lovely mango. That's from Aldi as well. So here is my lunch, the smoked vegetable and lentil soup. Now I did just record myself creating this soup, but the video corrupted and I made a massive batch because I do like to do that, and so I'm not going to refilm it. But I will of course link the recipe down below and give you a little view of it here. Because yeah, the video corrupted and I have made probably about 10 portions of this soup, so I really don't want to film it all over again, and imagine if it corrupted again, I would just be sat here with corrupted files and gallons of soup. So this, yeah, smoked vegetable, and this is a real set it and forget it type soup. I did make this on the stove, but I could have easily made this in the pressure cooker as well. And this is completely made with frozen vegetables. So I love to make soups this way. I think frozen vegetables are just a great handy thing to always have on standby anyway. So I don't really think it matters too much which vegetables you go for. I just buy different ones each time and I throw them into my veggie soups, and of course every time it's going to come out a little bit different. But this time I had a big bag of mixed vegetables which had carrots, cauliflower, peas and courgettes. Then I also put in some frozen Savoy cabbage and some frozen mushrooms as well. So I threw that all into a big pan. I put loads of dry red lentils, smoked paprika, vegetable stock, some garlic powder and some onion powder. Did I put anything else in there? Trying to think off the top of my head. Oh, and I did put a fresh onion in as well, but I didn't even saute it to start with. I literally threw everything in, put the water and the stock in, put the lid on and just let it do its thing for about an hour. And it was fine, came out great. And then I've just got one of those really inexpensive immersion blenders to change it into a soup, but it's got some really big pieces of vegetable in there as well. I mean, you can see that's a whole piece of cauliflower there. And yes, you might say it's not the most beautiful looking soup in the world, but I don't really care, to be honest. It tastes so good. Really nice. I've already done a few taste tests. Oh, it's really good, and it's quite thick. But if you don't like thick soup, or if you don't like soup that's got pieces in it, you just blend it more, or you just add more stock. You know, you can have it how you want. But you could make this even thicker and you could serve it with some rice. You know, you could have it as almost like a bit of a curry, not a curry because it isn't massively curried, but you know what I mean. You could have it as a more of a meal rather than a soup. So that's the great thing about this kind of lifestyle, is you can just adapt things all the time. And if you do make a really big batch like I have just made, you know, next time I heat it up, I could put some more lentils in there to thicken it up even more and have it as more of a thicker soup, and have that on jacket potato, for example. So, you know, there are ways you can change it even after you've made it. You could put more chili in it next time and have it as a really spicy soup, or maybe throw in a can of beans and have it as a kind of beanie soup. So there's ways to kind of make it a little bit more, give it a bit more variety as well as you go through your week. And of course it goes in the freezer anyway, so you don't have to eat it all in consecutive days. But this is so good. The lentils really make a difference, by the way. If you're not used to putting lentils into soups, I highly recommend it. It really boosts the nutrition. It gives it that starch as well, which is going to help with satisfaction and help with creating longevity, not longevity, what's the word? Creating sustainability with how many times you have to eat per day. Those are not the right words. I think you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, really adding in a starch does make a big difference to how satisfied you feel and how long that food will carry you over for. So good. I could eat, and I probably will, have 2 bowls of that. I'll probably have 2 bowls, whereas maybe before I did the starch solution, I would have a bowl, but I'd have it with some bread as well and butter, which, you know, vegan butter, which is fine, totally fine, but I'm trying to reduce my bread, because bread for me is a bit of an addiction. The more regularly I have it, the more regularly I want it. And so I try to kind of keep away from it a little bit. It's hard because it's always in the house with my son. But bread, chocolate, those 2 things, if they're in the house, they just talk to me. I don't know if you feel the same way. But I'm sitting here having lunch, surrounded by my houseplants. I live in a bit of a jungle. I absolutely love houseplants, and I've got some really nice ones that I ordered from abroad because they are quite hard to get in the UK, because obviously we don't have a really hot climate. But look at this guy. Love this one. Absolutely gorgeous. The way it forms, you can't really see it too well, but it's got these really cool long stems with amazing leaves on the end. Anyway, I will see you at dinner time later on. Bye for now. Hi, welcome back to my tiny messy kitchen. So with tonight's dinner, I'm going to make like a little mini roast meal, and I'm going to be using this. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. You can get these in Holland & Barrett, I think Tesco's, definitely Amazon, and like online vegan places. But obviously it is vegan, it is whole foods, it is plant-based, it is oil-free, but of course it is processed. It's in a box. So it's not something I eat all the time, but definitely now and again when I just need something quick and I want something easy. So I'll just have a little bit, and then I'll be having mostly potatoes and vegetables, as you'll see, and then my son will have the rest. So really easy to make. It's a bit like making stuffing. You just mix it with water and put it in the oven. I mean, it's so simple. And I recommend these. Have you ever tried one? Have you ever seen anything like this? They do other flavours as well. The other flavours are Mediterranean sun-dried tomato, cashew nut and cranberry. And this one is just vegetable and cashew nut. So yeah, I'll let you know and show you in a minute what this looks like with a little roast dinner. Okay, here are some red Albert Bartlett potatoes that have been steamed and left to go cool. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to peel them, even though I know that there is so much nutrition in the skins. I'm going to partly peel them just so that they can crisp up really nicely when I roast them. So I've never actually done this before, but I'm going to give it a try right now. Okay, so they've turned out pretty good actually. I'm quite happy with that, and it is a lot quicker than peeling them when they are raw. So I might try that again. So now I'm going to season them. Black pepper, smoked paprika, nutritional yeast, onion granules. Into the oven, and then I prepped the veggies for the roast. So we had some carrots, some Brussels sprouts, some sweetheart cabbage and broccoli. So I just steamed these, and the potatoes turned out really well. I cooked them for about 1 hour and 15. There's the nut roast, so I just chopped that up. and served everything together. And I made enough so that there'd be some spares for tomorrow as well. But really simple and easy, and I could do other jobs while this was all cooking. I wasn't in the kitchen for an hour. Do you guys like roast dinners as well? Is it something that you have in your family home? Over here in the UK, the Sunday roast is a big deal, and we have roast dinners even when it's not Sunday. I guess it's a bit to do with the weather as well. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.